and we are going to see if the Denver Zoo resembles the animal kingdom. But first, here is the glowing wild display, which runs from March 13th to May 10th. It is supposed to be a nighttime show, but we're here during the day. Without further ado, let's see what we can see. I'll be right back. We are back. How's everybody doing? Just had to refresh to make sure that we had the best view quality. So let's see what we can see. All right, so right here we are going to go towards the Predator Ridge. I apologize for not having gimbal, but let's see if we can see some lions on today's safari. Mostly I'm here to document just to document the views and just to see what we can see. Right here is some glowing flowers. Not sure what they're supposed to do, but they do remind me of the flowers that appear at the 4 Mile Historical Park show. Let's see if there's any lions since it's a rather cool day. Let's see, there's a baby lion. And respect people's privacy, I'll be trying to keep as many people off camera as possible. I also do apologize that this whole vertical, since I don't have my gimbal today. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could bring my gimbal in today, but I do see some people with some very fancy camera equipment. So next time I come, I'm bringing my gimbal, and look, who do we see? We see Mrs. Lion King, Queen of the Rocks. All right, let's zoom on out. So I'm curious, when it comes to the zoo, what does everybody hope to see and do? For me personally, I came thinking that I was going to compare it to the animal kingdom, but we got a really pretty show instead. I'll zoom back out, see what we can see over here. Oh, little penguins. Hello, CJ. It's so good to see you. What is up and how are you doing? Thank you, everybody, for your patience today as we get this party going. This is so beautiful right now. Oh my gosh, do you see what you see? Another sleeping lion. That is so adorable. Do you know that female lions are the lions without manes, and male lions like Simba do have manes? I'm glad to hear, CJL, and I'm very excited to hear about your upcoming adventures. I know this is not the usual program or the usual schedule, but here we are, and look. I do wish that we could come back at night to see the entire zoo lit up. I think that the zoo was established sometime in 1937. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that the city of Denver was established in the 1800s during the gold rush. Oh, little penguins. Not the impulse penguins, but the little penguins. Oh, little penguins. Definitely not the penguins of Madagascar. Another thing is that the zoo has asked people to stop tossing coins into the penguin exhibit. People used to toss coins into the exhibit thinking that it was a wishing well. Unfortunately, the penguins ate the coins and got really sick, which was really sad. They mistake the coins as clams. Oh, you're so cute. Water.
Oh, what's going in the water?
See if there's some on the side.
Oh, I kind of wonder what type of penguins these are. I think these are African desert penguins. Most people think that penguins are from the North Pole, but in reality, some of the penguins are actually from Chile and from I believe from like a cool African region, which I'm forgetting the exact country. I'm also just really, hey mom. Oh my gosh. Wild flamingos.
Hi guys, we're just getting to the end of this
Oh my gosh.
don't go past exhibits with lions in them. This is as close as we can see over here. You guys have any questions?
I have a question.
So they know.
How often and how long do you walk the flamingos for?
We walk them every day. It depends on what they want to do, where we walk them. So sometimes we walk the whole east side of the zoo. Sometimes we just do really short things. Sometimes they want to hang out.
Back up. That's so cute. Do you mind if I follow?
Yeah, you all are welcome to follow.
Thank
us.
you.
You guys will just stay behind our care specialists right here. They'll kind of show you where you can.
Sounds good. Oh my gosh. I never knew that you could walk flamingos. All right, now let's go follow the flamingos.
A sprinkler and like all of these things that are really exciting for them because they don't have that perhaps.
I'm definitely. Thank you so much. This was so amazing. All right, so let's go on back to the penguins, and oh wait, we were right. These are the African penguin points, and let's see if there's any more things to see at the African penguins before we start making our full-on circuit into the safari. Over here is the lion exhibit, which we will be going to next. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A full-on flamingo walk. No way, Jose. And this is where they do train the penguins. I've never seen a training session, but if we would ever see a training session, I would be over the moon right now. Good morning, Jared, Johnny. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your morning and your day is going well right now. All right, let's go on over to the lion exhibit and see if we can get a closer look of the Great Plains. And it says to look up, so let's look on up and see if we can see any abandoned weevils board in their nest. Sometimes there could be hundreds of these nests in each trees, and these are kind of like sparrow boats. Not sure what they are. But unfortunately, we have not seen any of the boats quite yet, but we shall see. And right over here, this when the zoo had a Lego exhibit back in like the early 2000s. Do you know that this lion has 52 bricks, which I believe is the highest brick count out of all the structures, except for probably the reptile or the snake that had over 60,000. Alright, so this is the place of the young. Let's see if we can see any babies or any cubs. So I'm wondering, has anybody been to the Denver Zoo before? And if so, what was the thing that really stood out the most? Wait a second. I think we see something. Let me see if we can see the lion close up. Oh, thank you.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
See the babies on the other side.
so here's some sleeping babies. Oh,
And the mama.
oh my gosh. I've never
They're big now. They were getting big.
I've never seen sleeping lions. Hi. Do you know what the lions' names are by chance?
Yeah, so the one awake is Jasiri.
Jasiri,
And then back there's Usiku.
Usika,
Usiku.
Osiko,
Kito.
Kito,
And Bahati.
Bahati.
Yep.
Oh, how long have they been in here?
They've been here since they're about 1.5, and they're now 10 years old. They were
Aw.
born at a zoo in Kansas.
They're so adorable.
hmm
And is the lion cubs in the other exhibit?
Yeah, they're in that other exhibit, so if you go into that other building over there, you'll see them right up against the glass.
Yep. And I'm definitely not gonna be petting any of the lions.
No.
Nope, wait, no way, Jose. Aww. I find it really neat that the lion is the zoo mascot.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much. We'll go see the cubs.
Enjoy your day.
You two have a wonderful day. Alright, let's see if there's any lion cubs.
Hanging out down by the glass in the
Alright, so we gotta go to the other yard. Alright, thank you everybody, and no, thank you everybody for your patience. But we don't see any baby lions quite yet. So let's see if we can get to the other yard where the baby cubs are hanging out. As always, you never want to pet an animal, especially at the zoo, unless there's a pet in this specific display. I do have some pretty upsetting zoo horse stories, which I won't be sharing here. But as a word of warning, don't pet. Alright, let's see. Let's go. Let's see. Alright. I do think we can see the cubs if we walk over to that glass area. Hello, Shade. It's so good to see you. What's up and how are you doing? Right now we are at the Denver Zoo, and we're enjoying the wildlife along with the glow wild displays. These displays were at the 4 Mile Historical Park last year, but looks like they've moved to the zoo. Alright, looks like we can get right in here. Whoop. Alright, the signal might drop a little bit in here, but let's see how. Right, and we are back, hopefully. Alright, we are back. Thank you for your patience. Let's see if we can go see these cubs. We are now on Wi-Fi. Whoa, cubs. Hello, Norma. It's good to see you. These are some baby lion cubs.
Watching the cubs. I think that's the mama one.
Oh, that's not cute.
I heard you climb up there.
See, look.
It's lovely.
That's why they don't
You know what these are?
I've never seen a baby cub before.
What kind of animals is this?
This is a boy.
What kind of animals are
The
these?
first one's a boy. The other one's
They're lions.
three are girls.
Yeah, that's the mama lion. Those are the
Aww, hi.
baby lions. Like in the lion.
Do you mind if I record the cubs? Oh, so cute. What are the names of the cubs?
Does that look like dogs?
Yes, please.
Well, three girls, and their names
Oh,
are
sorry. Let me see.
Alpine Lily,
Oh, so cute.
Olive.
Oh, that's so adorable.
The boy's name is Gaia.
Diane, that's so cute. Oh,
So cute, and look at
how adorable. I've never seen any sleeping cubs before. Aww. Alright, let me refresh the stream. I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, we are back at it. And let's see what else we can see in the zoo. So, let's go back where we started, the penguins, and we should definitely loop around that direction. Thank you everybody for your patience. I do apologize for the blare signals. So definitely let me know if it starts getting grainy, blowy, or if you're unable to hear us. Alright, so let's get back over here and keep this party going. Of all things, when I came to the zoo, I was not expecting any of this display. I've been here during Christmas time, where the entire zoo lights up in Christmas lights. I've also been here I've also been here during Boo to the Zoo, where the entire zoo gets transformed into a Halloween haunted house that is still family friendly. Alright, so let's go see Whoop. Let's keep on going to the Harmony Hill. Not sure what's going on at the Harmony Hill, but we shall see. Of all things, I have not been to the zoo in many years. This is the first time I've been here since like 2022, if I can recall correctly. Oh, some buffaloes. I wonder what we can see in here, and looks like we can see some Australian ostriches and a zebra. Turns out zebras and ostriches do get along and can cohabitate as long as they kept at a healthy distance. And what I find really wild when it comes to the ostrich is I actually believed that this bird was extinct, but it looks like that this bird has been revived. Do you know that I believe that it was a National Geographic team who tried to revive a woolly mammoth from 22,000 years ago, allegedly. Aww, that was so adorable. Unfortunately, when it comes to my animal trivia, I'm a little lackluster. But when it comes to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, I can go on for miles and miles and miles until you're in denial about just how awesome the Hollywood Tower Hotel is. Turns out this ostrich is from the lower half of Africa, and the zebra is unfortunately endangered right now. The zebra looks like the zebra does enjoy the grasslands of savanna and safari, from what we can tell. Alright, come on. Alright. Hey, zebra. Aww. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's keep on going.
There's an ostrich.
I do know that the zoo does have a carousel, and it also does have a choo-choo train. It does cost extra money to get onto, which we will not be doing it. We will not be doing that today. And I present to you the Tower of Terror giraffe. You know what's really wild about giraffes, especially as you know what's really wild about giraffes is that the baby giraffe drops 6 feet at both, which makes the Tower of Terror drops look like nothing.
I know they try to get the other.
This does remind us of the Animal Kingdom Wilderness Lodge, and at the Wilderness Lodge, that's the only place in North America that you can actually view safari animals from your hotel room. Oh, hey. Hey, Mr. Giraffe.
We'll probably get a lot more people.
Oh, and it looks like that's a baby giraffe.
Yeah, it's nice. Mary, we gotta wait a little bit, and then we'll go back there, and they'll talk to us a little bit about giraffes, and then we'll take turns getting to try to feed them. Okay?
I wonder how much does it cost to get to feed a giraffe?
I think she might be able to answer that.
How much is it to feed a giraffe today?
I believe it's $25 a person, but we're sold out for today.
Alright, thank you so much. I will definitely be coming back. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh. I've never seen a giraffe so close up before. And do you know that the giraffe can reach a height of 20 feet, which is basically 1/3 up the way, one fourth of the way up the Tower of Terror, which stands at 199 feet. So imagine dropping down a giraffe, aka the Tower of Terror giraffe. So this is what the Hollywood Tower Hotel looks like, as if it got turned into an animal. And here is a giraffe laying down. This is what a giraffe looks like when it lays down on the ground. And come around and see if we can get a better view. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I've never seen a giraffe laying down on the ground before. Whoa. Has anybody seen a giraffe laying down? Let me refresh. I do apologize that we do have to keep refreshing sometimes. It's because of the signal, but we should keep on going. Aww.
But all that means is that it bends like your finger and can twist. And the reason that it curls is because they eat off of trees that have one joint thorns, and they wrap that tongue between those thorns and pull their tongue out and strip all the leaves. Really? That is cool. She's called sleepy. How do you think a giraffe sleeps? We're gonna find it. Maybe you just like lay down and rest up their neck. What if I told you giraffe sleep standing up?
Oh, that was so adorable. Now let's see what other things we can see today. And also, do you know that a giraffe stands up where it sleeps so it does not fall over? Gigantic Mr. Scorpion. And you can get yourself some Dippin' Dots and some cotton candy. All the zoo needs is some velvet. Alright, so if we go over to Harmony Hill, we can see ourselves some grizzly bears. But if we keep going straight ahead, we can go and see the Asian tigers. Let's see if there's any baby tigers first, and then we'll come back around and go to Harmony Hills. Hello, hello, David T. It's so good to see you. And here we go. Actually, wait. I think we should definitely do Harmony Hills. This way, we not miss a single thing today. It's easy for me to do something. Oh, you can go ahead. It's easy for me us to do something, only to forget about what we did, and then either do something twice or not do something at all. So this is what it looks like entering the Harmony Hills Park. Here is some signage that I will zoom into, and if you're curious, you're more than welcome to rewind and pause if you wish to read for a little bit longer. How are you doing, David T? It's so good to see you. Alright, let's see if we can spot ourselves some grizzly bears. This was one of the very first exhibits in the Denver Zoo, dating back to the 1980s. Looks like that some campers did get carried away. And if you look very carefully, it is always recommended to put all your food and all the stuff that might taste good to wildlife and put it either in the air or in your locked vehicle. That's just a camping recommendation. And let's see if we can see some wild bears. That is awesome, David T. I am curious, when it comes to Disney on Ice, do you know who's performing? And I'm curious, where can you watch Disney on Ice? This is definitely the demo version of the Kilimanjaro Safari from Disney World's Animal Kingdom. Unfortunately, there's been no bear sightings today that we can see. So let's go on over to the backyard wildlife exhibit. Let's sing around and let's see if we can see some tigers. Oh, that's gonna be so cute, David T. I have never seen Disney on Ice, but I do love the It's a Small World scene. So this is what we got in here. We got flamingos, tropical discoveries, coasters, giraffes, and exit. So let's go see the tropical discovery or the tigers, whatever comes first. This is definitely not Blue and the Big Blue House, Bear and the Big Blue House. This is the grizzly black bear, and do you know, because of how the oath is changing, that there's been some spotting the black bear and polar bear hybrids. There's an actual combination. Oh my gosh, there is a little bear cub. They are very hard to see, but there's a little cubby in like the little spherical thingy. Aww. So yes, there's been some polar bear and black bear hybrids that we've seen. If you look very carefully on the chalk on the ground, you can actually see a bunch of chalk art. Not sure when this happened, but it looks like that there was an event either today or yesterday. Sometimes they do have a display of a food display of animal carving sitting out there, sitting where this floor is right now. I do wonder how these lanterns are made. Let's zoom on in so you can see all the details. As you can see when we zoom on in, there's actually a bunch. It is actually a metal frame covered by a painted cloth. Sweet, that's gonna be awesome, David T. I remember seeing a clip of Disney on Ice back in 2012, where all the characters came out to sing "It's a Small World." I do wish that the Starlight Parade had an "It's a Small World" segment. That would be a dream come true. And here's the flamingos that we saw earlier. Looks like they're back from the rock. So if you want to, you can always rewind the stream, and you can actually see a bunch of flamingos walking along the path. Unfortunately, they don't go to the. But very fortunately, they don't go to the lion exhibit for very good reasons. All right, let's see. Hi, is it okay we stand here? I stand. Let me go over. All right, so here is a bunch of flamingos. Aww. All right, sorry everybody, gotta refresh. Not sure what's happening, but YouTube's being a little stubborn right now. Thank you for your patience. So here's the flamingo enclosure. That's it. Let's dance. Woo! Let's dance like a flamingo. Heck yes. Oh. Aww. How adorable. Alright, we're back. Do you know that a flamingo's pinkness is determined by the amount of shrimp they eat? If a flamingo is unable to eat an adequate amount of shrimp, they do have gray fur, which I'll zoom into, like this flamingo's neck. You can see that flamingo is not completely pink. And meanwhile, this flamingo right there isn't completely pink just because of how much shrimp they ate. I also heard that flamingos, they sleep on one legs. Good to see you, Patrick. How are you doing? You came just in time for the Flamingo Festival. Festival of Flamingos, not Festival of Fantasy. Alright, let's see what else we can see today. Alright, we got ourselves a leopard. Unfortunately, we cannot go into tropical discovery due to the lack of signal or data down under there. But next time I come, I'm definitely going to see if I can get some video footage of the tropical discovery. Here's what the entrance looks like for any curious visitors. And right here, we got ourselves some seals, not Navy SEALs, but seals. Aww. Sometimes, if you're very lucky, you can see a zookeeper come on up and toss lettuce into the seal enclosement. You know, of all things, Denver also has an aquarium. When the aquarium was first built, a lot of people were rather confused about why Denver would have an aquarium, despite it being in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. Let's see what else we can see beyond the Castacofa and beyond the seals into a dimension beyond the fifth dimension. It's so cute seeing a seal cresting. If the picture starts getting very blurry, please let us know so we can refresh it. And we can keep the party going. Aww. Let's see if the seal crests. There they go. Aww. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, Patrick. Right now, I'm enjoying this really cool Denver day at the zoo. And the reason I came out here is because it's so nice and overcast. That we don't have to worry about the sun like sizzling up our phone. And overcast days are some of the best days to come out and document what we see. That's why whenever a day is nice and cool, I come out and I do a documentation of a local Denver area, even if I cannot bring my tripod or gimbal. I've actually seen somebody with a tripod today and a gimbal too. So next time we come, we're bringing the gimbal for even better documentation. I'm glad to hear, Patrick. Oh, look how adorable. This used to be the peacock walking path where you could actually go out in here and picnic. And when you went out to picnic, you could actually be sitting outside picnicking, and a peacock would walk up and steal your sandwich. I do wonder if the paths are open to the public quite yet. I don't think so, just because it looks like it's for a special event only. But I wish they were so we could go through it. Whoa, this is massive. Actually, wait, it looks like we can walk in there. don't think there's anything going on in the theater. If there was something going on in the theater, I'll definitely be showing you the show if possible. So here's the pathway through the entire display. No, let's go walk the pathway, why not?
It never fails by the time you get there. What about these?
Alright, let's sneak on in.
I just want to keep going.
Alright, hippo sculpture may be hot. In the circle of life. This is so amazing right now. Oh, sorry, you can go first. This is so amazing and so beautiful. This is definitely our nighttime event. So it goes into immersive, and unfortunately, from what I can see, it is a ticketed event. But we'll see if we can see if there's a way we can go to the event and how much the tickets are. I would love to go to the night. I would love to be here for the nighttime. I'll be right back, everybody. Refreshing again. All right, everybody. We are back. All right, everybody. We are back. Better than ever. Just have to keep refreshing to keep the Wi-Fi going and crispy. So let's go see what's behind this butterfly. Into a dimension beyond the deepest, darkest corners of the imagination. A dimension beyond sight, a dimension beyond sound. Not sure what animals this is, but he does remind me of the monkey in the Lion King. Do you know that Jafar, the Lion King monkey, is actually a hybrid of I believe this animal and one other monkey, because the animators mistakenly cross-referenced two different monkey photos. Hello, it's Debbie. It's so good to see you. How are you doing? Right now, we are loving the Denver weather. The reason being is that the Denver weather is nice and overcast, not too hot, not too sunny, and not blasting our phone screen in the sun. But we do love it nice and cool. But what's really wild is that it was 95 degrees yesterday, and now it's 65 degrees today. Welcome to the wacky and the wildest weather on the planet, aka Denver, Colorado, which is located in the high prairies and deserts. The mountains and how the wind currents work for the most unpredictable and kind of savage weather. One moment it could be beautiful and sunny, the next moment it's a blizzard. So pack and plan accordingly. There was actually one time when I was at school and I had my summer outfit on. Then, next thing you know, kabam, it's a blizzard outside. So, I ended up going home in sub-zero temperatures when the day started out at a nice 82 degrees. So, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well too, Debbie. And I'm wondering, how did Disney World treat you? Right over here is hippo, one of the biggest and toughest animals in the animal kingdom. The hippo does weigh at least 6,000 pounds and can literally outrun its prey. That is what I can recall. The theater looks like the theater is closed for the season. Wish we could do the theater and see what they had. Aw, selfie, please. Aw, that'd be a cute selfie right there. The tropical, the tiki room. All right, let's see what these birds are over there. Not sure what they are, but let's take a closer look. Mama do, mama do. Looks like we got a black neck crane, which comes from like the grasslands and from, I believe, Nigeria. Aww. Alright. Unfortunately, we did not see the duck here or the opik here. But let's see if we can see the opik here, which happens to be sleeping right in this hut for convenience. Aww. So adorable.
I'm gonna check here first.
Oops. Much better. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright, so right down there is the amphitheater. They usually have a show, I believe, every hour. They actually had a show at 11 and another show at 1:45. At 1:45, unfortunately, I don't think we can make either show today because I do have something at 2 p.m. today. I do love seeing the play sets, and I especially love seeing how they integrated the zoo animals in the lights and the zoo animals in the light displays. Alright, nothing going on in the demo tank. Alright, let's go on over and see if there's if we've eyed in the fall loop. Oh look, here it is. I spy something with my tiny little eyes, as these giant hedgehogs can't really tell. I really wish that they had hedgehogs, but they do have a Chalkan parakeet, and it is a type of it's a type of pig that you could see in the Lion King too. I find that the animals are most active on cooler days, which makes today a very lucky day to be here. Same with Animal Kingdom, which is why whenever I go to Animal Kingdom, I always recommend rope dropping Kilimanjaro Safari. This way you can see the animals when they're the most active, especially during a really toasty, roasty Orlando summer morning. What I like about the zoo is that the zoo is one gigantic loop, and in case you missed something, you can always loop back and see what you missed. Alright, this is the elephant exhibit. Let's go explore the elephant exhibit. Alright, let's go chase down the elephant, see if we can get a closer look. We got a rhino, a hippopotamus, and an Asian elephant. Let's see if we can spy them all. Oh, Gonzalez. Like Selena Gonzalez from the ad from Zootopia. If anybody's seen the Zootopia show, definitely let me know how you liked it. I haven't seen it before, but I do love when Selena Gonzalez shows up, which reminds us of the sleeping Gonzalez's. Oops, one moment. Much better. Now I got better angle. Oopsies. All right, we are back again. Thank you for your patience. All right, we are back again. Thank you for your patience. I do apologize that the signal keeps going in and out, meaning that we do have to refresh quite a bit, especially in this area, since we're pretty far away from any internet routers. And we did switch the data to see if this would make things way better for all of us. Alright, let's go on and see the elephants. For a moment, I thought I saw a gigantic giraffe, but it was just a tree branch fossil llama. Alright, right up here, it's a Toyota Elephant Passage. Oh, I wonder what this does. Tony sees a button, we gotta push a button. So let's go pushing some buttons. Hello, anybody home? Anybody home? Going once, going twice. Wakey, wakey, wakey. And nobody is home today. Let's go to the Elephant Passage. Boop. Oh look, let's see. Alright, here we go. Whoop. We got ourselves a lucky elephant. Aww. And of course we missed the elephant, so let's follow the elephant down the yellow brick road. Alright, come on, elephant, where are you? Our elephant be going into hiding. Fire hose. Year of the fire hose. Looks like we're getting into Chinese New Year zodiac territory. Alright, no elephant over here. Let's see if we can get to higher grounds or higher passages. Hi. Alright, elephant house. Alright, let's go on into the elephant house. See what we can see in here. Alright, unfortunately there's no elephants in the unfortunately. Let's see. Nothing to report inside the elephant house. Let's keep on going. Aww. Whoa. Anybody want to ride an elephant? Alright, let's go chase down the elephant. See what else the elephant will be up to today.
Somewhere warm. Alright, it's gonna be a little windy, so it's gonna be a little cold.
Oops.
None of us is a human.
Much better? I never knew that an elephant could walk this fast. Alright, let's see where the elephant is going. Alright, spray zone. Yeah. Always be careful whenever it says spray zone. Aww. You know what's really wild is that an elephant can spray us at any minute. Wow. I wonder if he was swinging. Hopefully he was swinging again so we can see him. So I can see him actually swing.
Is that what? Castle stuff I made.
He's like, should I swing or not to swing?
We'll smell it. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll send it.
Aww. So cute.
Watching it. Oh, what is that? Get it, get it.
Aww, so adorable. Now let's go chase that white elephant. Let's see where that elephant went. It was actually a ghost monkey. I've never seen a monkey actually swinging around. That was definitely a Tarzan moment. Tarzan, the jungle man, swinging through the jungle. And here's that elephant, that runaway Animal Crossing elephant. Alright, let's see if we can actually get up into the hut, or if you do need a special ticket. Looks like the hut was closed off today, but if you're curious, this is something that catches my eye, is the HVAC system. Oh, look, it's the E-stop. Not sure what this does, but it looks like it's sort of programmable logic control. I'll be right back. I get a photo of. Turns out that control panel is for this gate to open and close it, and it does require an entire system just because of how heavy the gate is to keep all the elephants enclosed.
Alright, let's go find the kangaroo with its baby.
Where's the kangaroos?
The down under section.
Alright, thank you so much. Aw, so cute. Let me refresh. I'll be right back. I'm not sure. We are back. Thank you for your patience once again. I'm not sure why, but I do like seeing the button that says E-stop and any programmable logic control, especially when it comes to ride mechanics. That's one of my other special interests, to go along the Hollywood Tower Hotel, which is the best thing on the planet. Aww, and this is what an elephant looks like when it's sitting down, apparently. Boop. Elephants and E-stops. Alright, let's see if we can spot that baby kangaroo and a mother in the down under section. Hello, Gizmo. It's so good to see you. What's up and how are you doing? You came just in time for the Gonzales, and we're going down to the Down Under exhibit, which should be around the corner. I hope your day is going well too.
Daddy, here I come. I don't know, maybe.
I see some alpacas. I do wonder if you can feed the alpacas. Actually, wait, if you keep going this way, we can go see some kangaroos. But first, we'll stop some alpacas. Same here, Gizmo. My day's been okay, but it's a huge relief just to be able to get out of the house and get onto the zoo.
This way, babe. Let's go see the kangaroo.
The kangaroos seem to be a rather popular exhibit. I do wonder if there's any kangaroos. I do wonder if there's any kangaroos in the Disney Animal Kingdom by chance.
Aww.
Aww. Aww.
That one's really cute.
I wonder what the names are.
I don't know.
I wish I knew. It'd be so cute to see a baby, a newborn. I know that there's a newborn kangaroo in Down Under.
There is? Oh.
There is. So I've been trying to find the kangaroo.
I wonder where the kangaroo is.
Same. Aw, so adorable. Alright, let's go see the kangaroos in the Down Under, see what we can see. But first, here's a hippopotamus. I went to hippopotamus for Christmas. Hopefully that scares all the hippos from the Jungle Cruise. Yep, it turns out you get arrested if you try to ride the hippopotamus or if you try going for a swim. Oh, sleeping hippo. Most hippos enjoy submerging themselves in the mud to keep their delicate skin really cool, especially during the summer season in savannas.
Yeah, it's actually, so now I know. It's because it's so special for doing the light up event. So people come back at nighttime at 6:30 and all of the lanterns are lit up.
A dodo, Azu. Oh, look, an emu. Oh, look, here's the emu from Liberty Mutual's football commercial. Looks like he escaped the football commercial. Looks like he escaped the football stadium. And no, he's escaping us. Ah, what's the TV going to do? He's running across the football field. Emu, emu. Oh, same here, Gizmo. I wish you were here too. Wish I could show all of you this zoo in person. That's what an emu looks like close up. That's not part of Liberty Mutual. And now let's get down under and get to see some baby kangaroos. Oh look, some more play sets. Baby shark, baby emu. And let's go see that kangaroo. Under the sea, 20,000 leagues under the sea. Here is some more of the lanterns that you can see during that you can come back and see at 6:30 p.m. especially if you enjoy seeing the zoo lit up.
It'll like ruin my day, potentially the next day. Like it's just like you have no idea. I'm not super low.
I'm so shiny. Look at me shine. Moana. This is the Moana crab. Nemo. Keep on swimming, swimming, swimming. Everybody swim downwards. And right up ahead is my very favorite carousel. Not sure why, but I just love riding this carousel. Not sure how much it costs, but last time I checked, it was $12 a ride. And I'm like, no way, Jose. But it's a really amazing carousel. Look behind you. Baby shark. Hello, anybody? Who's behind us? Oh, the tiki hut. Looks like this is the tiki room. And if you're curious, here is the artist behind where I believe the Aussie, which is behind the artist behind some of the enclosures I meant. Hi. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah, I'm curious about what are these?
The tree kangaroo.
Oh, I didn't know there's a baby tree kangaroo.
Right? And now not only do you know it, but you see it.
Yes.
Which is better than many
Thanks.
people have done.
How do you get it so you don't get glare?
The glare, to put it against the glass and put your hand on the side, and that's the best you can probably do.
Thank you so much. This is my first time getting a photo of it.
Just try. But right on the flat on the glass, if you can't get too much closer or you'll get the food bowl.
Yep. Thank you so much. This is a baby kangaroo. Look, a little baby kangaroo. Oh, look, a little baby tree kangaroo.
Or, well, yeah.
Aw, so cute. And his pouch. Aw, I've never seen a baby kangaroo bed.
That's cute.
Let's see if we can go in the wearable walkway. Hi.
Okay, while we're in here, just make sure that we stay on the pathway. Please don't try and touch or approach the animals. If you guys have any questions about education perspective, I would love
Thank you. Alrighty, thank you so much. I totally understand David T. Right now we're in the free roaming safari area where you can see ourselves some free roaming baby kangaroos. I thought we were going to see Australian kangaroos, but because of some baby kangaroos, we do have to stay a little bit quieter. Aww. Alright, see you around David T. I hope you have a wonderful day.
What the heck is this tail?
Explain what his tail.
It's a carrot.
Because as she said, some of them can look really conked out.
Aww. That's so cute. Aww. Oh, look, an albino kangaroo. I've never seen an albino kangaroo before. Let's ask.
Honestly, not that bad. It's just like a rocker chair in there.
Oh, nice.
Hi, sorry to bug you,
No,
but I'm curious about this albino kangaroo.
that's a wallaby. She's a wallaby. Her name is Marshmallow.
So cute, and I'm also curious. How old is she?
How old is Marshmallow? About
It's about 3.5.
3.5.
Almost 4 this October.
Okay.
Thanks. And is she like an albino?
Yeah,
She is
she's
an
our only
albino.
albino here at the zoo.
I know that albinos are very rare.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who lives in the desert.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Marshmallow gets sunscreen every day before coming outside.
That is so sweet. I also know that there was an albino snake found in the Utah State Park, and it's not at the zoo.
Uh-huh.
They don't last very long in the wild.
They don't.
We used to have an albino alligator.
We had like a pair of brothers.
Yes. Temporarily, but they're not here anymore.
He has blue eyes.
Yeah, I'm like always surprised.
Over here.
Aw, so cute. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've never seen an albino animal in person before.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty awesome. She loves
is
the
pretty
attention.
I can imagine.
She's very popular.
Yep, she's a celebrity. Aww. This is so cute.
Yes. Well, everybody poops. Make sure you write a book called Everybody Poops. You're in luck.
That would be a good book.
I know. I just a
Yep.
Could be a bestseller.
book called Everybody Poops.
Yes, there is.
Aw, a kangaroo laying down. I have never seen a kangaroo lay down before. And I'm so glad to hear, Gizmo, that you're enjoying what you see too. Same here. I just love seeing what we can see.
You were right. How did you know?
Guess what? You got tickets to one.
Yeah, but at the end.
Again?
At the end. Yeah, because the baby's cute.
Alright, let's. Aww. I just love. Aww. So amazing. I'm literally lost for words by just how cute all the animals are right now.
This one has a baby.
I didn't know that there was a baby right there. Let me. Oh my gosh, there's a baby. I've never seen a kangaroo with a baby before. A little Joey. Oh, come on, turn around. Oops. And she's off. I couldn't agree, Mom. Definitely is.
Mommy and a Joey over there.
Yeah. Hopefully she turns around.
So you can have a baby?
You have a little baby kangaroo. Aww. So adorable. Aww. Right here, here's a better angle. Oh, look, here's little mama and the little baby right there. This is what baby kangaroo looks like. I'll be right back. All right, we are back right now. Just had to refresh again. But now we can enjoy the little baby kangaroos. This is my very first time in this enclosure. Yep, that's a redneck wallaby. That's a rock, not a redneck wallaby. And now let's see what else there's to see.
Thank you all so much. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you. Absolutely.
Nothing behind us. Hi, am I good? Alright, thank you. Alright, thank you for everything. Alright, now here we go. Let's see what else we can see before we do have to get going today. Alright, let's take one close look of the carousel and look at the kangaroo shacks closed today. Probably because it's off season. Usually the zoo's busiest season is midsummer, I believe in July, when everybody is on summer vacation. Unfortunately, these crabs are not working right now, just because it's not the fest, just because they're not lit up. I just love all the interactive lanterns and lights I see. Carousel. This is definitely not the carousel of progress. This is the carousel of the zoo. Alright. I'm going to get a photo. Oops, sorry. You can go first. I'm going to get a photo of my absolute favorite sign on Earth besides the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Carousel rides, I believe, are $12. I think it's called the Conservation Cactus. Here's what the carousel looks like, and it's full of Here's a close-up of some of the animals on the zoo. Thank you, Gizmo. I'd ride it too if I could. And we do have to wrap up just because of timing. Where I have to go next is way farther away than I thought. But thank you so much for being here. This would be a perfect spot to wrap up, especially in front of my favorite sign, because even though it's not the Hollywood Tower Hotel, it's one of my favorite signs on Earth. Bam! Look at that. Favorite best thing on the planet. Look. Best thing on the planet besides the Hollywood Tower Hotel. This is one of my very favorite signs. I remember when it used to blink a bunch of lights, and it was an absolute beauty. I hope to get it back to where it's going and blinking so we can see the absolute beauty of the sign. And here is the carousel. Well, everybody, I want to thank you all for joining us today on this wonderful day at the zoo. I know it's really last minute, so thank you everybody who watched live and who watches on the replay. Without further ado, please be sure to smash the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next stream. And don't forget, live art. We'll do live art requests at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna be celebrating the channel's 1-year anniversary this Friday. We got something pretty special planned allegedly, and we'll see you around, everybody.